Carswell Automotive is Franklin County's only certified auto repair shop. What's that mean to you? That means that you'll have the peace of mind knowing that all the work completed on your vehicle at Carswell Automotive comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile nationwide guarantee. Carswell Automotive is also an Automotive Service Association member and adheres to a strict code of ethics. So when you bring your vehicle in for repair, you can be assured that you will receive quality work at a reasonable price. Carswell Automotive, where quality is their specialty, at 2146 South Elm Street.
Time now for the Mark Bergen Show here on 1220 Country as the Cyclones get set to take on the Santa Fe Trail Chargers this evening. Last week, Eudora beat the Cyclones 50-6. Coach, it was fun for a couple plays there.
Yeah, we started out on top, which was nice, and after that, I guess you could say it kind of went downhill. But, we knew going in they were a very good team, and that's the first team really this year that just lined up and said, here we come, you stop us. And we weren't able to, they could get 4 yards, 5 yards, then they'd get a 10 or a 12, and they'd go back. It was very methodical with what they did. What they do very well. We knew it was going to, be a challenge, and we just didn't step up and meet that. That was just, I thought we would compete a lot better against them than what we did. But, that's why they were state runner-ups last year, and I think they're going to go quite a ways again this year.
They're skilled people. It didn't seem to matter which one of them carried the ball. They all seemed to have some sort of a running lane, and like you said, it was the first time all year where the Cyclones really just didn't have an answer.
No, and like I said, what they do, it's not rocket science. You know what they're going to do. It's just a question of whether you can get off blocks and get them stopped. They do a very good job up front. They're big. They're physical. They do have lots of weapons. We knew going in. They've had some games where they had 3 backs that had over 100 yards, and I think they had 2 the other night. So, like I said, that was the first time where you just sometimes that happens, and we'll move on.
Offensively, it was a matter of quite a few turnovers, and that was something you really hadn't had a lot of.
That game was real uncharacteristic for us in a couple areas. We had more penalties than what we typically have had. I think most of the year, and we've even talked about it, we've been the least penalized team of any game except for, obviously, the Eudora game. And then we had the turnovers, and we had some guys open. We were a little off with our passing game. We were just behind a couple guys. We obviously in that game you take some risk, and we took a risk hoping for a big play, which was there if we were able to catch it and throw it, and it resulted in a safety. And sometimes when you're behind the 8 ball a little bit, you got to take some chances, and we did, and it backfired, and we'll move on.
Let's talk just real briefly about the penalties. It looked like one of those games where referees were flagging the person who retaliated, and that sometimes puts you in a bad situation.
It does. It got a little chippy there, midway through the third quarter, and some of it there was a couple they called Corey for one. Which really he was trying to strip the ball, and he did it in the first quarter, had a nice strip, where he comes down, and in the third quarter they threw that as a flag. Well, to me, that's part of football. He was trying to strip it. We had a couple where, like I said, where we should have been smart enough to, not retaliate, and I'm sure some of it had to do with frustration of where we were at. Some of it, I would say, was a little borderline as to whether that was a call or should have been called, or and again, sometimes when you're playing a team that from the officials think they're a lot better than the team they're playing, they get the benefit of a doubt on everything. And so there were a couple times there were really Eudora kids should have gotten the flag instead of us, but it got reversed. And we've talked about it. Like I said, that was very atypical for us, very out of character. Based on the way the season's gone. So, but we've talked about it, and I don't plan on having that happen again.
Late in the ball game, you were able to get some of the younger players in, and they had a nice little drive going.
Yeah, Tanner Wright came in and ran the ball real well. Unfortunately, he turned it over a couple times on some fumbles, but we expect big things out of Tanner. He just has to, learn how to finish his runs in terms of taking care of the football. But, yeah, when you get into that type of a game, they had subbed out, we subbed out. It was good. It's good to get those guys some more action to get them ready for next year.
We'll take a break, come back and talk about Santa Fe Trail. You're listening to the Mark Bergen Show on 1220 Country, KOFO.
It's Taste Over at Subway, and we're celebrating with the new Tuscan Chicken Melt, the newest $6 footlong special. Enjoy a harvest of flavor with tender, juicy chicken tossed in zesty herb seasoning, then fresh toasted with melty cheese on your choice of bread. It's topped with balsamic vinaigrette and served up as a $6 footlong special. Savor the season with the new Tuscan Chicken Melt before it's gone. Subway, eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants, plus applicable tax, price, and participation may vary. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Additional charge for extras.
Scoop it up this winter with the Ottawa Recreation Commission. Youth Basketball League registration's going on now for boys and girls in kindergarten through 8th grade. Registration is $35. The deadline is Monday, November 5th. Games will be played on Saturdays beginning December 8th. Hey guys, get your buddies together and sign up for the ORC's Men's League. You must be 16 years old to participate. The registration deadline is Friday, November 9th. Games will start Thursday, November 15th. The fee is $200 per team. To register online, visit orcottawaks.org.
This is Margie Hindeleiter of People's Bank. Sometimes we forget to take the time to enjoy our blessings in Ottawa. We're blessed with quality people, beautiful trees, parks, nice neighborhoods, a great university, and a proud history. Ottawa has changed over the years, but our commitment at People's to enhance the quality of life for you and our community remains consistent. Enjoy the day from all of us at People's, the home of banking unusual. Member FDIC.
When a business has been locally owned and operated since 1956, you know it's reliable. That's what you get with Ottawa Sanitation. Providing reliable customer service, all types of trash hauling, household polycarts, and roll-off containers from 1 to 42 yards. Ottawa Sanitation also offers recycling services, accepting Visa, MasterCards, and checks by phone. They're so reliable, I'm surprised it's not in their name. The reliable Ottawa Sanitation, serving Ottawa and all the surrounding communities. Call 242-3227 to get set up.
And back here with head coach Mark Bergen before the Cyclones take on the Santa Fe Trail Chargers this evening. Coach, last year the Cyclones went up there and won 42-20, and Santa Fe Trail still struggling, trying to pick up a win here in their final game of the season. What do you know about them?
Well, this is what I know. They're going to play their tails off for 4 quarters. They've got some good players, some guys who can make plays. And we've talked to the kids. Last year we went with the right mindset from our kids that they wanted to win the last ball game of the year and go into the off season feeling good. And we went up there and played really well on the year. The year before, basically the mindset of that team was the game, the season was over at halftime of the Eudora game the week before, and let's just get it over with. And we went out and played with zero motion and got beat. And, we've told the kids that if you go out and just go through the motions, you're going to get beat. I mean, that's just so. Like I said, we've talked. I think we have very good character kids. I think they really want to win, especially on our home field, which we haven't done yet this year. We haven't. The last 2 times we've been at home haven't played particularly well in terms of the final scores. So we want to, we've talked about it. I think the kids really want to have a good showing at home. And I think, for the probably first time or second time maybe all season, physically we'll be bigger than somebody, which hasn't happened all season. And so, we told the kids, if we play our game, we should win. But me telling them that and me believing that doesn't mean it's going to work out that way. We have to as a team, take the bull by the horns and go out and execute and do the things that we've done a good share of the season and play consistent type of football. And if we do that, I think we'll be in great shape.
And if you come out early and kind of step on them, it really kind of makes a difference against a team like that.
And we talked about that too. The longer a team that's struggling, the longer you let them hang around in the ball game, the more they think, hey, we can win this. We really, obviously would like to get on top early. And we haven't been able to do that a lot in most games. So, but like I said, that would be, you can get, a couple scores up early and take, as they say, take the fight out of them. They're gonna keep playing hard. I know that they'll play hard for 4 quarters. So we've got to be prepared for that.
Really have fall-like weather here this evening, and really, as we record this on Thursday morning, it's anybody's guess as to what the fields and the conditions are going to be like.
Yeah, our field even is really in great shape. Brad Kramer's done a tremendous job with it after our big mud game against Paola. You look at it, you'd never know we had that type of game, and he's done something special, painted the end zones up real nice this week. So the kids were pretty excited yesterday for that when we were out there for our pregame practice. So I think the field will be good. I don't think we're going to get that much rain. Really, more of a concern to me is the wind, because the wind affects everything that you do, from throwing to punting to kicking, field position, all those kind of things. So, and I learned a long time ago there's things you can't worry about or can't change. I still worry about it, but, we can't do anything about the weather, and it's the same for both groups. And so, we'll go and not worry about it and hope it doesn't affect the portions of the game.
Final game for your seniors, and this class has really come together and done some nice things.
Yeah, and we've talked, one of the other things we talked about this week was, at first I kind of went out, let's send the seniors out with the win, and then I thought about it real quickly, and I just said, not just the seniors. Obviously, they'll remember it because it's their last ball game, and that will hold a special place for them. But let's send, kind of the same thing we talked about last year. Let's send everybody out with the win. Coaches, all the players, the seniors, everybody out with the win, so that, as you go into the off season, you feel, real good. And like I said, we won the first game to start this year, and had a nice little winning streak of 2 games going on, and it'd be nice for just for the mental state of everybody to know, hey, we won our last ball game, and go from there.
Coach, we appreciate it all year long, and good luck this evening.
Well, thank you very much.
And that'll be our Mark Bergen Show for tonight, and we'll be back with more on Cyclone pregame after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
How easy is it doing business with South Star Chrysler? Let's ask new car buyer Melody Webb, all the way from Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
After I drove his car and he drove my car, we went back into his office, and I asked him what he thought of my car, that it was everything that I had promised that it would be, and that there was certainly not a problem with him giving me the amount that I had requested for my car.
Why drive to Kansas City, Topeka, or Lawrence when your best deals are right here at home? South Star Chrysler on 23rd Street in South Ottawa.
Lovemark diamonds are the world's first and only diamond computer designed for maximum light performance. It has measured beauty you can actually see. The Lovemark diamond is so unique, it's patented. When picking out a diamond, whether it's for popping the question or to say how much you love her, why not give her what she deserves? A Lovemark diamond from Sutton's Jewelry. Sutton's Jewelry, the home of the Lovemark Diamond, open 10 to 6 Tuesday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in downtown Ottawa.
You're buying a quality product. Store manager Jeff Jones says you can be sure of it at Country Mart.
The quality is far and above what anybody should expect and get. We watch it very closely. Our warehouse watches it very closely. We buy as much local produce as we possibly can. Our pumpkins will be coming in real soon. We just got finished with our watermelons. Most of those were local. It's quality, and we back it up. If you don't like it, bring it back, and we'll give you a full refund or exchange, whichever you like.
Country Mart in South Ottawa.
Got another ding in the fender? Call 1-800-CAR-STAR. They can't get you a new car, but they can make your car look like new. You'll reach a live operator at all hours of every day. They'll call a tow truck for you. They'll call your family. If you need a rental, Enterprise is inside the Ottawa CAR-STAR. Your local CAR-STAR, 242-8916. That's 242-8916 or 1-800-CAR-STAR.
We'll take it from here.
We are your sports source for East Central Kansas, where keeping you informed comes first. KOFO Ottawa.
Back here at Steve Grogan Stadium as we get set for football action between Santa Fe Trail and Ottawa. Ottawa won this matchup last year up at Trails, 42-20 the final. Santa Fe Trail still looking for his first win of the season. They are 0-8 coming in. Ottawa 2-6. Both teams 0-2 in district play. Let's take a look at other action in the district. Baldwin and Eudora tonight will play for a district championship. That game at Eudora, Cardinals are 7-1, while Baldwin comes in at 6-2. Wellsville has already clinched the district championship. They are at West Franklin tonight. The Eagles are 4-4 overall, 2-0 in the district, while West Franklin winless in the district and are 3-5 overall. That is our game of the week tonight over at Pomona. Wellsville and West Franklin. You can catch the game on KOFO.com. Our Osage County game of the week is the other district game, and it pits Osage City at Central Heights. The winner of that one makes the playoffs. Osage City 5-3 on the season. Central Heights 3-5. Both teams are 1-1 in the district. Meridazine Valley is at Pleasanton tonight. Meridazine Valley needs a victory in that one, and they also need a little bit of help from Marmaton Valley, who is going for the outright district championship as they take on St. Paul tonight. Iola and Anderson County are playing tonight at Garnett. Iola 5-3, Anderson County 3-5. Both teams 0-2 in district. District championship will be decided at Fort Scott, where the undefeated Fort Scott Tigers 8-0 take on the Chinook Blue Comets, who come in tonight at 5-3. Lewisburg and Paola has been the case for a number of years. Play for a district championship tonight at Paola. Lewisburg is 5-3 overall. Paola 4-4. Both teams 2-0 in the district. The other district game is Osawatomie at Prairie View. Trojans still looking for their first win of the year, while Prairie View comes in at 4-4. Spring Hill has clinched the division or district championship. They're at Bonner Springs tonight. Broncos 4-4, while the Braves are 3-5. And last night, DeSoto came from behind to defeat St. James Academy, and they move into the playoffs with a 4-5 record. Tomorrow night, Linden will be at Northern Heights, and that is the 8-0 Linden Tigers at Northern Heights, 4-4. That is a non-district game tomorrow. The captain's meeting at the 50-yard line. Santa Fe Trail has won the toss. They're going to receive the opening kickoff and move left to right as we see it here. The wind will be a factor. The wind is blowing across the field for the most part from the Cyclone bench toward the Santa Fe Trail bench. Saturday afternoon, we'll have Ottawa University football for you as the Braves take on the Bethany Swedes. It's homecoming at OU this week. Kickoff is at 1:30, and the pregame with Bob Johnson gets underway at 12:30 on Saturday from Peoples Bank Field at Ottawa University. So the Cyclones will kick it off. Kevin Adams will do the placement duties for Ottawa here this evening. Dropping back deep for the Chargers will be Tyler Mundy along with Chaz Wright. Both teams decked out in red and white here this evening. Our warm weather went away, and the crowd's a little sparse tonight. If you weren't able to join us in person, we're glad you're with us here on radio this evening. And awaiting the officials' signal, and we're ready for play. Adams kick, high end over end. It'll be fielded by Wright at about the 13, 14-yard line. Spins across the 30-yard line before he's brought down. And Santa Fe Trail will start its drive from the 31, first and 10. Chargers come up on first down. Split backfield. The quarterback is Weston Gloss, a sophomore. And off the left side, going to the running back. And a gain of about 2 yards. Derek Cashier, the running back. Second down 8 at 33. Wright's in the backfield now. Ottawa's showing blitz. And an inside handoff going once again to Cashier, and not much running room there. Mickey Jensen and Corey Peoples were in on the stop. No gain. It'll be 3rd down 8. Ottawa's 9 seniors on the roster tonight, being recognized before the game. Santa Fe Trail with 8 on their roster.